So there was a prince, and he was supposed to get married. So the king wanted this prince to go to this sadhu, this master, and get his wedding ring blessed, so that then they could have a good marriage. That'd be nice if it was that easy, wouldn't it? But anyway, so he got on his horse to go see this master. And so then he saw him. And he said, "Sir, I'm here on behalf of the king because I'm getting married, and I hope, can you bless my ring? So I have a good girl, and I want to treat her good." So he said, the master said, "Okay, get off your horse, and then take that ring and put it in that can. It's like a metal can." So he got off, he dropped the ring in the can, and then it made a weird noise. It wasn't like it hit the bottom of the can. It was like it hit something else. It seemed like there were other things in there. And so he was like curious. It's like, I wonder if other people's rings are in there. I wonder if this is a scam. So then he looked inside the can, and he saw a bunch of rings identical to his ring. He says, "Oh, what am I gonna do now? Like, I need my ring. This is a special ring. Like, where's my ring, man?" And he said to him, "How long are you gonna keep doing this?" He says, "These are your rings. Lifetime after lifetime, you keep doing this. You get your ring, you wanna get married, you come here, I bless it, you go back, you live the married life, then you die, and you do it again, because you're busy with worldly things. You're too busy with it. It's not like you and your wife are dedicated to self-realization. No, you're like trying to run the kingdom, and you want to be king when your dad dies, and you want to do this, and you want to do that, and you want to get the power, you want to do all these things." So then those desires, they bring you back here again, and you just keep repeating it. He's like, "Man, I'm tired of like doing this." Like, you see? He says, until you get off your horse, not that horse, this ego horse, and you just sit with me, until that happens, you're gonna be in this thing forever, man. So, I forgot the title. See, I get into these stories. How many lifetimes have you been doing the same thing? I remember my Indian friend. He can handle it. See, he's a special character, because I'm always giving him training, But he knows, like, it's become a thing now. It's just fun, training. And he used to have trouble with the girl, like we all did, like I used to too, with the whole trying to get the female energy and get them to look, smile at us, so we get the dopamine hit, and all that. Because it's different karma. If we grew up in a family where, like Yogananda, his mother, Lahiri Mahasha was her guru. The woman was super, super divine goddess type energy. So imagine Yogananda was getting lavished with this real female energy, authentic all the time. He never really even needed a girlfriend or wife after, he didn't need it. He was already just full. So if you don't have that, there's going to be a deficit. And if you're a woman, there'll be a deficit for male energy. If you didn't have the dad, and at this time in age, almost nobody has that kind of auspicious upbringing. That's okay. That's why we came here during this time. It's not an accident. We come here to grow. And at some point we realize God is our mother and father. That's the real mother and father. But we can go through some trials and tribulations to come to that realization, especially if there's a deficit of this opposite energy polarity. So me and him and millions of other guys, That's why I made the other channel, Beyond the Alchemy. We talk about that. Had this deficit, and so we keep chasing fulfillment outside ourselves via a human being. And he would keep doing it over and over and over again. He just kept doing it. And I would tell him, because he'd justify, like we all do. Catch out your justification, rationalization. Yeah, this is what we do. This is what we do. We take it to absurd level, though. Super deep. What's the latest example? So now he's living in the Himalayas, and there's some Swami that lives next to him. So he gets up in the morning, then they go for a walk, and then the Swami cooks food. Okay. Because I always tell him, burn the tamas. Tamas means inertia, dullness. He says, no, I'm Sattvic now. This is Sattvic. I said, yeah, but what if it's the Sattvic? What if it's the tamas posing as Sattvic? And then you're just riding on this dogma, this schedule that you're doing. You have a false dependence on the Swami, disguised. You imagine this is Sattvic. What about that? No, man, it's not like that. You see, we check these things, you know. So anyway, I want to finish my point with the. We take it deep with the example. With the girls. So he would justify every time, rationalize every time. He'd say, no, I'm just doing it to be free. I just need to do it a little more. I want to go to Thailand just one more time, just to get it out of my system. And he's already done it. He already did that a bunch of times. He doesn't do that anymore. I'm sharing about the past. And then I said, man, how many, do you think that this is just this lifetime that these patterns are playing out? You have no idea how many lifetimes you could be saying the same thing, because you're saying it since, I met you in your 20s, now you're in your 40s, early 40s, and you were still saying it. This is what we do. We keep delaying, and then we die. And then you come back. Same thing. The tendencies are still there, so we do the same thing again. And then tell ourselves, no, tomorrow. I'm going to change tomorrow. Maybe next week. And you keep going. Next thing you know, your body's finished, man. And that desire and that tendency, it's living on. It's in your astral body. It doesn't die with the physical body. I got to make a video, too, about death. God, it's so clear that we're not these bodies, man. If somebody died right now, if you knew somebody that died, if you see their body, after their, whatever you were relating to, you can call it their soul, their consciousness, their energy, once that leaves the body and you're just left with this corpse, even just that alone, if one's sensitive, it's sufficient enough to know, whoa, this was just a car that such and such was driving. This was never who he or she was. It's obvious that didn't die with the body. Obvious. Yeah, I just felt to say that. So introspect yourself and see, are you delaying transcending things that you know are keeping you stuck? It's not a moral thing. It's not like good or bad. No, it's just keeping you in a lower vibration of yourself, and your higher nature's wanting you to step over that. Be aware if that's playing, and then if you keep delaying, that's all. You just be aware. Now, don't let the guilt, and there's some things that are super strong, they're super sticky, but you make a start. You write down on paper what you're trying to overcome. And then you look at that every day and multiple times a day. And you pray about it and you ask, just show me how to transcend this. Even though the desires may not be there totally to transcend it because you still like doing it. Just, okay, God, help me with that. Work with me where I'm at within my current level, the current constructs of my level of consciousness right now. Yeah, you got to accept where you're at. So let's work on that. Show me how How can I become more willing to transcend something that I know is keeping me stuck and small? Because like the mind can't figure that out. It's a waste of time. I need some real power. I need some higher power to help me. And so I'm asking for it. And you keep doing that. That's it. That's your job. That's what you do. Don't put a time limit on when the results should happen. You do your part, which is that. That's all you can do. But at least do that. That's my point. Be aware when you keep, just delaying. You don't know how many lifetimes you've been delaying this. Like, seriously. We don't know because we can't remember. So make a start. Start now. And then in time, that it's like a snowball. It starts gaining momentum. All of a sudden, inner shifts start to happen that you're not responsible for. The mind can't do that. It's beyond willpower. There's something else did something. Call it a miracle. See, that will happen, but you got to be conscious of what you're doing. Don't sweep it under the carpet. Don't pretend it's not there. Don't just keep being lazy and procrastinating like I'm going to look at this tomorrow. No, look at it now. Doesn't mean you have to stop doing it, but look at it. The mind's a master at throwing us off this spiritual journey that our higher self wants to embark on. Just makes excuses, and the next thing you know, you're done. You're like, body's dead. You don't have it anymore to work on this stuff. Then we got to go through the thing again. Some of us are tired of that. Intuitively, you're like tired of it. Like, no, I'm not going to do that again. Yeah, I'm talking mostly to you guys. I'll see you.